This conference will now be recorded.
So, officially, hello everybody, and welcome to our February team chat. This is my one of my favorite nights of the month because I get to be hanging out with all of you. And I know what normally comes next is, hey, share your good news, but we are going to switch it up a little bit this particular meeting. And I sent out the email last week, and then I sent out another one today regarding Project Broadcast. And I am just over the moon excited because my account executive, Serona, she had invited me to this leader call, and Jake was on it. Giving information about this project broadcast, and Serona loved that this program, and she had mentioned it to me. So it was great to be able to learn more about it. I don't know. Have you guys had a chance to watch either of the recordings? The first one was like the whole call from Avon. And then the second one I did today, I just snipped Jake's part. So did anybody get a chance to listen to that?
I started watching. I haven't finished it.
Okay. Okay. And that's fine because I mean I'm actually joined. I will share that with you guys. And I don't know anything really other than, I know it does a whole lot of things. But the good news about it is one of the things that I love most about it, and I'm not going to say anymore, but I love that I can roll my credits over. That's like really, really huge. So one month if I don't need it, if I need it another month, I get that relief in doing that. And that so again with those credits rolling over, I have time, but then I can also earn credits when I watch the training in this project broadcast, and that's going to be additional credits, but I won't say much more on that. So who is Jake? Jake is here. You see that unfamiliar face in the chat. So he is the CEO, co-founder, and creator of Project Broadcast, and I'm just so honored, Jake, that you have willingly said, hey, if you have a call and I can come on, I'd be happy to do that. And I reached right out and you said, I'll look at my schedule, and boom, here you are. So I am very, very grateful for that. In case any of you are wondering what is Project Broadcast, and Jake can explain a little bit more. But as you see on the screen, in short, it's business messaging with a personal touch. And this came right from their site, that they understand the importance of making personal connections and having real relationships. And that's one of the things I had listened to it whenever Serona invited me, but then I went back and I listened to it again today. And Jake really shares a lot of great information on how we can actually build those relations with our customers. So absolutely love it. But I am not going to keep rambling on. Jake, you're on here. So welcome to our Avon team chat, Jake. And if
Hello, hello.
you want to give an overview, anything that you're wanting to share, here we are. You got a captive audience.
Yeah, so I'll say if you get time, listen to that call we did. Excuse me, the team call we did, the leadership call. There's a lot of really good and deep information in that call about how to use Project Broadcast. If you're not too familiar with it as a platform, it's a marketing platform where the delivery mechanism is texting. So when you think about how you scale your business, how you communicate with, people in your team or even your customers, figuring out systems to put into place to grow your business where you're not doing all the work, but it still feels personal is super important. So with Project Broadcast, you look at your business and you say, how do I use Project Broadcast or tools like Project Broadcast to kind of automate my business? So we spend a lot of time on the call talking about what I call opportunity lists, and I'll spend just a minute going over what that is with you guys. But when you think about marketing and you think about how you kind of communicate with your team, I'm a big believer in low friction reasons to reach out to your team. And low friction just means that, you know, there's a less likelihood that someone's going to respond with a negative response. And that's important, early, because if you haven't done this kind of marketing or this type of communication before, when you get that first negative response, you kind of like, you step back and you're like, ouch, that kind of hurt. And it takes a little bit of time to, to recover from that negative response. So the lower the friction, the less likely you get a negative response, the more likely you'll get engagement with your team and with your customers. So when you think about the business in network marketing and direct sales, there are, I think, an infinite number of reasons to reach out to customers and team members where asking them to buy something isn't one of the things on the list. And it's a different way to think about the business. But if you, like me, believe that the business comes out of community, it comes out of relationship, then your primary focus should be on driving relationship, driving community, adding value to people, so that when you do have an opportunity to have someone to participate in a sale or an incentive or, Black Friday or whatever, flash sale, then it doesn't feel like they're being sold to. And some of those reasons, those low friction reasons, can be things like new customer onboarding. Like, are you doing any customer onboarding today? Or if you are, how are you doing it, and is it consistent? You can use Project Broadcast to create a 222 style customer follow-up system. Or what are you doing for, new consultant onboarding? When you get a new consultant in your organization, do you have like a systematic way to teach them about the business and to provide them with the IPAs, the income producing activities they need to go grow the business? You could easily set up, 30, 60, 90 day onboarding plan where people get, when they're a new consultant, you add them into the campaign, and then they get messages maybe once a day, maybe a couple times a week that, tells them about the business, tells them about the product, about the back office, what they should be doing on social to grow their business. You could use it for sending gratitude messages, just straight up messages to your customers, just thanking them for being a customer another year. Or a lot of people in marketing direct sales send out anniversary messages too. They'll send out a message on the anniversary of the customer's sign up or the consultant sign up, just thanking them for being in their, in their business another year. Product education. You can do campaigns and Project Broadcast where you teach people about your product. And you can even go as far, in the last like 2.5 years, what's been really, really popular, especially with direct sales companies, are text parties. So people will set up a keyword in Project Broadcast, and that's just, a keyword is just a word or phrase that someone texts you, like, the word Black Friday or VIP or whatever, right? But they'll create a series of keywords where each keyword adds the contact into a campaign to teach them about the product and basically do a mini party through text. And now they've got this evergreen piece of marketing content, evergreen just meaning that it kind of lives forever. And they'll go focus on sharing about that product or whatever, whatever they're doing the text party on different social platforms. And what they're really doing is just getting someone to text them the word or phrase that kicks off the little mini text party. So there's a ton of ways that you can, drive value to people, and build real relationship, and use texting, as a channel for doing that. And we're kind of big believers in texting, because if you look at your phone, like, forget Project Broadcast, if you just look at your phone, it's got all kinds of apps on it, right? You got your voicemail, your Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, Clubhouse. I mean, you name it, right? We got tons of ways to communicate with people. But every one of those applications has a badge on it. And that badge typically represents how many unread messages that you have. And for most people, when you look at your phone and you look at your texting application, just your regular texting app on your phone, it's got the lowest badge number. And that's just telling us, like, it's just regular people. We text. We will respond to text faster than an email, faster than a voicemail, and oftentimes now faster than even a message on social media, just because we're kind of inundated with social media messages from people. So it's why we're pretty strong believers in that texting is a great channel for reaching out to people. And when you sign up for Project Broadcast, you actually get your own phone number. So like, I'm in Texas, so if I go sign up for Project Broadcast, I would put in my state. For me, it would be Texas. And then I would get a list of phone numbers in every area code in Texas, and I pick one of those phone numbers, and that is my phone number. That becomes my Project Broadcast phone number. It's not shared with anyone. It's a real phone number. I can send and receive text messages on that phone number using the Project Broadcast mobile app or website. And I can even send or receive phone calls on that phone number. So it literally allows you to create like a separate business line, so that when you want to be intentional about messaging, your customers, you can do that, and not kind of bleed that in with your personal phone number. And I think even on the call the other night, I do show a little bit of Project Broadcast on that call. And the reason I don't try to teach people Project Broadcast on these calls is because it's impossible. It'd be so impossible. I mean, Linda could probably tell you that we looked at so many features, everyone's eyes begin to glass over, but that's really, really normal because there's so many features in PB. What we tell people is that there's a ton of training. There's a website, training.projectbroadcast.com, and we've got, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 different training modules on that website to really teach you how to use the platform. But there's one training called Quick Start, and you typically do that within the first few days of having Project Broadcast. And if you only know the things in Quick Start, which is probably, I don't know, 5% of the functionality, you can get a ton of value out of it and really use it to grow your business. Even if you don't know how to use keywords and campaigns and landing pages and trackable links, configurable forms, these are all features that are in Project Broadcast, but you don't necessarily need to know all of them to start getting some real value out of it. I also shared on that call, when you watch that call, there's a referral code at the end of the call, that if you sign up before, I think I did it till the end of February, Linda, didn't I?
You did, yes.
Yeah, so I usually do those codes for like 48 hours. And so Rona and I have been talking about doing that leadership call for, I don't know, 6 months. So we finally got it scheduled. And I was like, I'm gonna help you guys make this easy. So usually we do 1,000 credits in 48 hours, and I made the code last until the end of February. And I think we set it up to give you 1,500 credits. So credits in Project Broadcast are messages. When you pick a plan, our plans start at $15. You get a number of credits per month. So the $15 plan gives you 500 credits. And if you don't use them all, they just roll over. So when you sign up right now, you get this 1,500 bonus credits added to your account using that referral code in the other call. It's Avon-22. It's kind of like getting 3 months free, because we add 1,500 credits to your account on top of what you get for signing up. So it gives you plenty of credits to kind of start out. And my suggestion is always go do the training. We actually use Project Broadcast to onboard Project Broadcast users. So as soon as you sign up, you're actually added to a campaign that we created in our Project Broadcast account that teaches you about Project Broadcast over your first 7 days and guides you to our different trainings on our training website to help you kind of get up and running in those first 7 days. So by the end of the first 7 days, you've created contacts, you've scheduled broadcast messages, you've sent out your intro message to your customer list, you've used the chat interface. So you've used all the features that, are kind of the core functionality of Project Broadcast that'll help you, really start to use the tool. And then you can kind of, explore and discover the different areas of the system and learn how to use those too. There's a lot of really cool features in there. But I didn't know if Linda, if you had any questions, because I know we didn't have a long Q&A on our last call. If there's anything that you wanted me to answer, or if anybody has any just general questions, I'm happy to answer those for you guys too.
Okay, so I'll start with the group. Does anybody have questions based on what you have heard Jake share? I mean, he's the CEO, so I mean, we're very fortunate to have him. So if you have questions or you're trying to figure out whether this is for you, go ahead. And anybody have a question? Jake, I know, like I'll start with one. As far as I know, you had mentioned, I even think, because I know on the call, and whenever everyone listens to that, it was like, it's really important about building the community, building those relationships, and that this platform compared to a lot of others, because you can make it very personal with it being the telephone numbers, and you can add like the little emojis at the end of the messages or whatever. So it's really very personal. It doesn't look like that generic message whenever you are sending it out. But even like I was thinking in terms of our customers, that remembering them on our birthday. we can have the best intentions and say, hey, I'm gonna be sending text messages to all of my customers on their birthday, wishing them a happy birthday. But isn't that kind of hard to keep up with? And something like with this program, we can enter in their birthdays, enter in their anniversaries, or any important information that we want, and have that automatically going out, right, Jake? I have that correct, right?
Yeah, I think what happens, right, as leaders is, it's not that we don't want to. We have really good intentions. It's just that, life gets in the way. Life gets in the way, or the team gets too big. It's hard to remember to do onboarding. It's hard to remember to do follow up. It's hard to remember to like send gratitude messages because we get kind of caught up in just the hustle of work and life. And Project Broadcast is really there to help do that heavy lifting for you. So yeah, you can easily create a birthday campaign and then add all your contacts to it, and it will schedule a birthday message for you every single year to go out to those people on their birthday. And what's funny is that, we've sent a little over 500 million messages through Project Broadcast. And, we get emails literally every day from people who are just so surprised because they will say, I just sent out a message saying, hey, I hope your day's going great. I was thinking about you. Like something that has nothing to do with the business. It's just a little personal hi type of message, and literally every day we get emails like this. And like, I just can't believe how many people responded to that message, but didn't respond to my flash sale last week. And it shows that people hunger for just connection. And if you're only delivering like advertisements to them, right? Like in like sales content, people will begin to ignore you. And it's not that they don't want to ignore you. It's just that they've trained themselves that, if Sally messages me, it's only going to be about a sale or a promo. So if I'm not in a buying mood, I'm not even going to look at the message because she only messages me about a sale or a promo. So my brain's just kind of told me, I don't even read the message. I may have read the first one or two messages, because it was new messaging from my contact, but eventually I just stop engaging with the content. So what you really want to figure out, and this is not even a Project Broadcasting, this is just a marketing thing. You want to be able to have enough relationship with your customer where whenever you send them a message, no matter what channel it's on, they read it. And the only way to do that is to vary the content where you're adding value to them about product, about relationship, yes, about sales when they are available, but it's a mixture of content to where their brain hasn't kind of categorized you as, oh, that's just a coupon for XYZ product, and I don't want to buy anything right now, so I'm not going to read the message.
Now, I know, Jake, that you're very passionate about believing that this platform really can help Avon representatives build substantial sales and growth with their business. Can you just, why are you so passionate about that?
No, that's actually a really good question. I've been in software for a little over 20 years, and I started my own company. I guess it's been around 12, 13 years ago now. And about 10 years ago, my wife actually joined a network marketing company. So I always joke with people that my wife's in network marketing. She's been in it for 10 years and I've been in it for 8 years because I just didn't understand the business model the first year or two that she was growing her business. And my CTO his wife is actually in a direct sales company, totally different than my wife. Our chief support person, his wife is in a direct sales company, completely separate company than the other two. So about more like 6 or 7 years ago, my wife was having this challenge in her company and I just could not understand the challenge. Like it just did not make sense to my brain. And I really like dug in deep on direct sales and network marketing and honestly just fell in love with the business model. And most of our friends come from the space, and we ended up building an app that in my wife's company, every distributor uses to manage their business. We eventually sold that product to the company she's with. And it wasn't that long after we sold that product, Christy was looking for a texting platform. And Brian, my CTO, his wife Amber, was also looking for a texting platform. And they found a couple. Like we didn't invent text marketing. They found a couple texting platforms that were available. And Brian calls me one day and he's like, dude, we got to talk about this. So we go look at these texting platforms that exist in the market, and they're really expensive, like really expensive, and not really geared towards our industry in this profession, right? So we decided we were going to sit down and spend our money and our resources, and we spent about a year heads down as a full team, all my developers, myself, Brian, building Project Broadcast and rolling it out in October of 2017. And, you know, I've written books for the industry. I've spoken on many national stages. I just have a big passion for it. Now, we have customers in a lot of other verticals, right? And we have churches and schools and restaurants and major sports teams that use Project Broadcast, but our heart is really in serving the direct sales and network marketing industry because we think it's really underserved. And most companies don't understand the simple model that if you build a product, it's got to duplicate. You know, if you build a product that works and say it costs $100 a month, a leader can't go tell their new business builder to go pay $100 for a tool to build their business. Like, it's never going to work. So we really set out to build the most robust platform in the market, which I think I really do feel like we destroy every other platform that's out there. But we're also 5 to 10 times less expensive than every other platform out there. So it's the most robust platform and by far the most affordable platform. So yeah, you'll continue to see us invest heavily in the direct sales and network marketing space. We're probably actually going to expand the feature set of Project Broadcast immensely this year alone. So this year we'll end up putting like reminders, to-dos, events, calendaring, CRM follow-up type functionality. PB is going to expand quite a bit actually this year, more towards this network marketing, direct sales focused product.
And if somebody is saying, oh my goodness, you know, I'm not really that tech savvy, there's like support that's available that you can reach out if you are having problems or need any type of assistance, right?
Yeah, there's a couple channels. So you've got our support email. That's always available, support@projectbroadcast.com. We tell everyone that we reply within 1 business day, but our current average response time is 4 hours. So it's usually same day we resolve the problem. We also have our Project Broadcast Facebook group. We don't have an Avon one yet. I need to talk to Serona about that. We've got like 35 Facebook groups for different companies that we support, and we participate in all of them. But there's the main Project Broadcast Facebook group. It just is called Project Broadcast. That's for anyone to ask questions in. It just can't be company specific. And then when you sign up for Project Broadcast, in your Project Broadcast app, you actually have 2 contacts automatically. One is called Project Broadcast Support, and one's called Project Broadcast Success. And our team monitors those 2 chats to answer your questions there too. So we do our best to give you support in every place we can and give you tons of training. We also do live trainings every week. Dawn, who's our field success person, she hosts live trainings every single week, even has replays for most of those. And then we have our pre-recorded trainings that we provide too.
Wow, thank you. Does anybody have a question? I know I kind of hugged all the questions here. Does anybody else have a question? Well, Jay,
So this is really for text messaging only, or does it include email?
We don't do email today. We keep talking about adding email. The challenge with email is that if you look at the real data on email, MailChimp's probably the best email marketing provider in the space. And they used to put out numbers every year on email open rates and read rates. And email has an open rate of about 20% and a read rate of about 15%. So simple math, right? You send 100 emails, 15 get read. Text messaging has a 98% read rate. And 96% of all text messages are read in the first 2 minutes of delivery. So same kind of simple math. You send 100 text messages, 98 get read, and 96 get read in 2 minutes. So my bet is we will probably add email, not because we actually think it's a great channel for communication, but we do get asked pretty frequently if we could add email. I think as people see the engagement they get on texting and other channels that we're working on that aren't yet rolled out, I think email will continue to kind of decline as a channel. I think it's just too much work for people, right? My wife, bless her, but Last year I had to write a program. I mean, it's 2 years ago. I had to write a program for my wife because she had 500,000 unread emails, 500,000 unread emails. Like, you sent her an email, there's no way she's going to read it. But yes, we'll probably have email at some point, maybe even this year. And we also have voicemail drops. I didn't really mention that, but so in Project Broadcast, you can also record a voicemail and send the voicemail as if you called the person and left a voicemail on their voicemail. So it's really useful for kind of doing like a multifaceted communication where maybe you have a 222 follow-up system, meaning 2-day, 2-week, 2-month follow-up system for customers, but you put a voicemail in there too. So maybe on that 3rd day they get a voicemail, and the voicemail is generic but personal and says something like, "Hey there, it's Jake. I just wanted to make sure you got my text message yesterday. Let me know if you got a few minutes to chat, or hope you love your product," or whatever, right? It's something where you're not saying their name or date, so you can use it over and over again. And you could send that to 500 people, and it shows up in the voicemail of 500 people as if you called 500 people and left them a voicemail. It's a pretty cool feature.
Great question, Mary. Anybody else?
I have a
I have a
question.
question.
Okay.
I think you mentioned with the that you could get a phone number now with the voicemail drop also. Are your customers able to leave you a message as well as you leaving them one?
Not yet. The way we handle inbound calling today is that you set up what's called call forwarding, and that's where you would put in like your personal cell. And when someone calls your Project Broadcast number, it will forward to your real cell phone. Now, they never see that real cell phone number, but let's say you don't pick up your real cell phone, then it would go to your real cell phone's voicemail. This year, this will also definitely happen this year. We've already got this on our roadmap. This year, we'll add true voicemail capability to your actual PB number. So you'll be able to have like a greeting, and you'll have a voicemail box so that if someone calls your Project Broadcast number, they can leave a voicemail actually on your Project Broadcast phone number. That'll be in the product this year.
Great question, Phyllis. Anybody else?
I had a question.
Okay.
She can go first.
Yeah, Jake, I was just wondering, does Project Broadcast, does it run analytics on like the text messages that you send out?
It gives you a few stats. The text messaging like infrastructure doesn't tell you, for example, if someone even got your message. We have statuses on every message like failed or sent, but sent doesn't necessarily mean delivered. So the way I explain the texting network to people, and again, this isn't a Project Broadcast thing, this is how texting works. Texting is kind of like you writing a letter and going to the post office and giving it to the post office. You really don't know how it's getting to your destination, and you don't even know if the letter actually got to the destination. That's literally how the texting network works. Now we're kind of used to, like, I have an iPhone, my wife has an iPhone, so when I send her a message, it shows me that she read it. But that's not really a text message, that's an iMessage. Like if you send a text message to an Android device or vice versa, and it goes as a real text message, there's just nothing that tells you if it was actually delivered or if the person actually read it. It doesn't exist in the texting infrastructure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other
I
questions?
also had a question. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Linda. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I have a Google Voice number that I actively use, and I'll use it for customers who want to order, so I don't have to give out my cell phone number. Is there any way that those two things can be linked,
Yeah.
or
Well,
would I just have to?
we do this thing called number porting. I'll make sure I explain this right though, because sometimes I get questions after about this. If you already have a provider that you're using for business texting or something like a Google Voice where it's not your actual cell phone number, we can do what's called a number port. That's where you sign up for Project Broadcast and you pick a number, but it's going to be just like a temp number. And then we can actually port your Google Voice number or another business texting provider's number into Project Broadcast, and that becomes your Project Broadcast number. Now, when you do that, it no longer will work for Google Voice because we take ownership of that phone number away from Google Voice, but if you want to continue to use that exact same phone number, yeah, we can port that into Project Broadcast so that your customers don't even know you switched, providers on that phone number.
Something else that I did want to mention here is that when, based on your question that you just asked, one of the features that I thought is somewhat helpful, because we go to send these messages and sometimes they hit like spam. And, again, if we're sending something, we're wanting people to get it, we're wanting people to read it. And Project Broadcast will flag it, let you know, hey, that's kind of spammy, that's probably going to go to a spam folder, not good to send, right, Jay?
Yeah, we have this feature called Message Insights that there's just certain words it's like when you send an email that's got a lot of spam triggers in it, it'll get caught to spam. Most people don't understand or realize that actually happens with your text messages too. So certain words or phrases we know create a high risk of you getting blocked as spam. So if, for example, an easy one, right? If you put Xanax in your message, probably going to get blocked as spam. But some things are less commonly known, like if you put a bit.ly link or a tiny URL link, super high risk of that getting marked as spam, or hot words like CBD or gummies or THC related stuff. So our system looks for a few hundred of these different words or phrases and tries to let you know, hey, and it's not perfect, but it will look for things that we know will cause you to get blocked as spam, so that you can correct it. Not a silver bullet, but it's a little helper.
Any other questions?
I have one.
Okay.
Jake, is there like a minimum number that you would want to have when you first embark in Project Broadcast? Is there a maximum number that we would aim for, and what would the optimal number be for your clients, as having a client base using this platform?
Well, I hate to always use the word it depends, but it really depends. So we have plans ranging from our $15 plan up to like a $2,000 a month plan, and we have users with just a few contacts, literally 5 or 10 or 20 contacts, and we have users with hundreds of thousands of contacts. So I think the better way to kind of answer that is to think about, what do you want to do with it? So let's say you have an existing customer base of, I'm gonna make something up. Say you have an existing customer base of 10 people.
Okay.
And you're like, well, I don't really think I need this because I only have 10 customers. I would agree that you don't really need this for managing 10 customers, but I would look at, how could I use something like Project Broadcast for prospecting at that point? Because now I can scale out prospecting to people I don't know yet. That's where those like text parties, product education, putting that phone number on a business card, putting that phone number in your link tree on Instagram, putting that phone number in your Facebook, so that as you're prospecting and growing the business, that's what people know is your business phone number.
Right. That makes a whole lot of sense. And then as you build your client base, then your needs would be changing, and so you can grow with Project Broadcast, I should imagine, and get more features and be able to use what you were saying. Yeah.
Well, and this is like, I was joking with Serona on our call the other night. I mean, Serona sends out, I don't know, 20, 30,000 messages a month. She's a pretty heavy sender, but there are features she's never even looked at.
Right.
Because she's using Project Broadcast for the features that she needs. And there's a lot of other features in there that she hasn't yet explored or found a need for. So she hasn't used them yet. And that's not that uncommon. Because there are so many features in Project Broadcast, what you typically find is that if you start out small with your features in terms of what you go learn how to use, and then you kind of mature with the product, you're like, okay, I got scheduled broadcast and I got chat and I know how to tag people and use some keywords. But now, how do I get people to fill out a form? Well, use configurable forms. I want to know if someone clicks on my consultant link. Great, create a trackable link. I really want to do like a team incentive or a customer contest. Great, use Project Broadcast contests. So there's all these kind of features in Project Broadcast that you can learn about kind of as the business grows, that you don't necessarily need day one. And even if your team is small, like I said, you could be using a lot of these for prospecting.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great questions. Anybody else? Well,
I
Jake,
have
you
another
had,
question. I
okay.
have another question, if that's okay.
Oh, sure,
Um,
Phyllis.
Jake, you mentioned that it could be tied to your cell phone. Does it have a distinctive ring for the number that you would get from Project Broadcast, so you know that's your customers calling you? Because
That's
that
part
ring
of the
is from that
thing.
number.
Right. So part of the thing we don't have right now on incoming calls, we just forward the call to your phone number. So let's say I called your Project Broadcast number. The system's going to forward that to your real cell phone, and then you'll see you're getting a phone call from me for my phone number. In the future, when we roll out a full incoming call solution, it'll have what's called call announcing. So if you're familiar with Google Voice, you know how you get a call from Google Voice and it'll say, you've got a call from whatever, press 1 to continue. It'll do that in the future. Does that help answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And do you have in the different features, you mentioned how you do the you have these algorithms that kind of alert you to your text possibly being looked at as spam.
Mm-hmm.
Do you also have some kind of templates or leading information to help guide the customer to creating a text?
We do that through our training. The reason we don't, like, there's one provider in particular in our industry that creates a lot of templates for their customers. We just don't do that. And full transparency, the reason we don't do that is we are excellent at building software. I mean, that's what we do. We've been doing it for over 20 years. And, before I started building software for the space, we did work for companies like Ralph Lauren and the NFL. We're a really high-end boutique software shop. But I don't know how to market to your customers like you do. So we don't create content because we don't want new people thinking that our content would like help them in their business when we don't really know the content that should be created in all of the different network marketing direct sales companies. But what we do is we have a feature called bundles, and bundles are a way for people to share content. So if somebody creates content that really works for your specific company, they can actually create a bundle, add any keywords, campaigns, templates, landing pages to the bundle and share the bundle code with you. And then you can import that bundle and it creates an exact copy of all the content. So then you can go change it and change the graphics or change the wording or whatever you want. But we built Project Broadcast so that people within a company could share content with each other, because that's really where you're going to get the best, the best content for your specific businesses from other people kind of in the same business.
Great. Thank
And
you.
my hope, and I've talked to Serona and what was the other lady's name? Evelyn.
Yes.
Yeah, I've talked to both of them about this before. I think as Project Broadcast grows in Avon, and we have, I don't know, we have large communities of users in probably 50 or more network marketing direct sales companies. And part of what we're excited about is we're working with a lot of corporate teams now to help them understand, as a part of their marketing work, they should be creating content suitable for text messaging. Like, no different than them creating content suitable for Facebook or suitable for Instagram. There should be content suitable for texting. So I think as our user base grows within the Avon community, and I get more opportunity to work with Serona and Evelyn and other corporate folks, I'm going to try to help them understand that same concept, because we have other network marketing direct sales companies at the corporate level that create Project Broadcast content and share it with all their consultants, so that you've got content directly coming from corporate to help you grow your business.
Great questions, everybody. Anybody else? Thank you, Jake, very much. Everybody help me give him a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, Jake, so very much.
You're welcome. And I would say, if you go, I think they shared it, or Linda can share it, but watch that call that we did. That call goes through what is text message, what is text marketing in general, why we think texting is important, We talked for a bit about specifically how would you use this in an Avon business. We pulled up the app and went through a couple of the features, and then I showed a bunch of the other features, but we went really, really quickly. And then don't forget there's that referral code. It's Avon-22. It's also listed in that call, but a lot of great content on that call from the other night that you can get a lot of value out of.
And the link I sent
Thank
out
you.
today, I did a private link on YouTube. And so it only, the link I sent out today starts with Jake talking to the end, because he talked the rest of the call. So it's just his portion on the link that went out today.
Yeah, we went over on that call, didn't we? It was fun though. We had a good time.
Yeah, so and thank you, Jake. Thank you very, very much, Jake, for participating in this tonight. I cannot say how much we appreciate it, and just that information and and being able to ask questions like this really can help us decide, whether this is something that's right for us. So thank you so very much.
Yeah, no worries. Happy to participate. Thanks so much for having me, Linda.
All right,
bye,
let's move on, guys. So thank you very much, Jake. And here we go. It is time. Share your good news. Who has good news?
I do, Linda.
Okay, go for it.
Every year, my sister with the Eagles does a fundraiser for St. Jude. Last year, they do a brown paper bag, and you put products in it, and you donate it to the thing, and they bid on that. Well, last year, the bag I donated did $160.
Wow.
So they called me today and asked me to donate another bag. And out of that, I got 3 new customers last year.
Wow. Wow. One of the things that we were going to talk about is like getting involved in your community. That's great news, Catherine. Thank you so much for sharing. Who else?
I do.
I do.
Go for it. Sharon, that's you, right?
Okay, I didn't know if somebody else chimed in.
Okay.
Yes, I have, well, my anniversary is on the 11th, my 3rd year with Avon, so I'm excited about that.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, but I did get a couple new customers. One woman had reached out to me. I'm not sure exactly where she got my number. I think just researching on Avon. And she was looking for one of our old eyeshadow palettes. And I just so happened to have one in my stock. So I drove it to her, and she's like 30 minutes from my house, but she must have been in her 80s. The sweetest little old lady who's all by herself, and she wanted this eyeshadow. And she was arguing. She wanted to give me $20 for it. And I'm like, no. And I always get free shipping for my first order from any customer. And so we talked a while. We visited with her, which was really good. She has no family here. And she ended up calling me on Sunday and placed another order for like the big moisturizer, one of the moisture therapy, the big ones with the pumps. By the way, are those pumps back in? Does anybody know? Did you know?
I think so. Last time,
Okay.
as far as I have heard, they are in.
Well, I did tell her to keep hers because she does have one in a bottle. I said, keep it just in case. But then I did get another customer that gave me an it would have been $100 order, but we were out of stock on a couple of things. And she picked it up at a local sub shop. I leave my catalog, and I've been leaving it there for a while. And she just so happened to pick it up the one time. So I always, every time I go in there, I make sure I leave my catalogs, and it paid off this time. So, and she gave me, like I said, and she lives so close by, so I know I have a new customer with her. So that's a good thing. Oh, and I also got my charm.
Yay.
I got my charm today for President's Club. I don't know if you can see, it's really teeny, but it's very cute.
Aww.
And I also got this week my gift for Hitting President's Club, the package with, all the products they gave me, which were so nice.
Wow. Yeah, that was a big stock, huh?
Yeah, it was a good week.
So the question that Sharon asked, has anybody ordered one of the large pumps recently?
Yes, they're available, Linda.
Okay, so the pumps, that's what I said. I was almost positive, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Sharon, you're good on that. Great sharing. Thank you, Sharon. Anybody else?
I do.
Hey, go.
All right, well, I'm back. Finally.
Yay, Gloria, yes, thank you. We are so glad you are back. I saw you were on, yay.
Yes, and it's been a crazy couple months, but we finally got all our stuff. And we going back and forth to U-Haul, like 90 minutes away. That's where we got COVID. And then so we were down for a little bit. I haven't gotten all of my catalogs out for this campaign because of that, but I got half of them out because we finally got out of the house yesterday. So I'm started and I'm making some progress, doing plenty of shopping myself in the meantime on Avon, but but every bit helps, I guess.
Oh, yay. Well, we are so glad that you are back. Okay.
Now that the snow's gone, I'll be able to get out there and get moving more now. So
yeah, well, as I said, you have, and I know, Gloria, that you were messaging me. I know you were hating to miss the last. We've missed you, by the way, but I know
Thank
that
you.
you were missing. But number one, I'm glad that your health is back and you and Jim are doing better. So that's the most important thing, and we're glad that you're here on the call too.
Yay.
Yay! Can't wait. I know by the next call you're going to be telling us how many new customers you have now. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they'll all be new now, right? So.
Okay. Who else?
I have good news.
Oh, Lori, go for it.
Well, actually, two things happened. I have a small team, as some of you know, and so I'm going for the All-In award, and so I know that just reaching out to my team members on a one-on-one basis is usually the best way to go. And so one of my team members who hadn't put an order in for a while, I think she was probably even discontinued. She doesn't live that far from me, so I put a couple of brochures in a literature bag, and I put a shower gel, and I put a personal handwritten note just telling her that I really missed her, and I was sending her the books, and I let her know about the free shipping through the end of campaign 4 with the $25 order. So she said that, yeah, I texted her first to get her new address, and I dropped it off at her place, and she texted me back and she said she would place an order. Well, I thought she would, place maybe like a $50 order, but her order was like $143. So that was super exciting. So she's really back. And then the second thing was a friend of mine is putting together Valentine's Day bags for 16 of her friends. And she called me on Saturday and she said, do you have anything on hand around the house that, you could sell me for my bags? And I said, sure. And she said also a business card. So I took over to her 8 shower gels and 8 hand creams on yesterday, along with 16 brochures and 16 lip balms and business cards to go in her bags to her friends. So what she did was she put my items all in a bag of their own, a plastic bag of their own together, and put them in the bigger bags that she was giving to her friends. So I'm pretty sure that those are going to generate some orders, because I know most of the people she'll be giving the bags to, so I can even do a follow-up. So that's really exciting.
Wow, congratulations, Lori. That was wonderful news.
Yeah.
I got one more quick one, really, because while I was gone and before I moved, I had to hand over all my customers to my first team recruit. So I'm so blessed to be able to see her lovely face tonight. I miss you, Carolyn, and you're a rock star. You're doing great. Thank you.
Aw, yes, she is.
I miss you, babe. Miss you too. Oh, I have some good news.
Okay, share away.
Well, yeah, so I started off with Gloria's handovers, which they are fantastic ladies. And as a result, I've been steadily building up my client base. As you know, I can't do too much because I work full time, but I've been really hounding the pavement, going from house to house in my area. So since the last time I saw you, I think I have picked up another 10, 11 customers which aren't putting in orders yet, but it's all about building the relationship. So, you know, I regularly go around every campaign, give them a catalog. I spend maybe 10, 15 minutes having a chat and talking about pets and whatever. And then just out of the blue, I get these emails from Avon. Oh, you've got a new customer. Oh, you've got a new customer. They've put in $100 order. They've put in $150 order. And it's like, where are these people coming from? And it's these people that I have been just walking around the area, and they're just, you know, going online and putting in orders. So it really works. And I have to say that that whole formula about speaking to 5 new people a day, about sharing, it really does work. Although I do 20 people a day for 3 days. So 60 people I meet, you know, a week. And out of that 60, I pick up maybe 3 or 4 new customers. So that's really, for me, that's really very exciting. And then the other piece of good news is our church, as usual, is facing some financial issues. And because April 11, mark this down, people, April 11 is National Pet Day. I'm donating a massive basket for a raffle for our church to raise money, and we are finally allowed to do in-face at church, and we can start doing raffles and stuff at church. So that's one of the things that I'm doing for April, is donating. And then, because that was so successful, I'm allowed to do a fundraiser for the church as well. Now, I've not done a fundraiser before, so this is exciting and it's challenging and scary. But I'm sure some good stuff will come out of that as well. So that's my good news.
Well, to that point, Carolyn, that's what I said, that, you know, when it comes to fundraiser, if you haven't ever done one, all of us on here, and some of us on here have done fundraisers, all of us will say, raise your hand if you've done a fundraiser, and the first time you did one, it was scary. Yeah, I mean, look at all the hands that are going. I mean, it is scary. But the smartest thing that you did is that, you know, you just let people know that you can help them raise money. And then when somebody comes back, then we can look at that group or organization and customize it with options that are right for them. So, you know, initially, you don't have to know everything about fundraising. You just have to really know that you can help people earn money. And then once they say, yes, we'd be interested, then you can put that packet of information together for them and learn a lot more. So the key word is we just have to, you know, get that message out. So congratulations to you for that. You mentioned that you're on foot going out in neighborhoods. So are you going up to the door, and are you using like the What's New plastic bags and putting in a brochure and leaving it on the doorknob? Are you knocking? Or
I'm knocking. When I first started, I would just like sneak up to the door, have a clear plastic bag with a brochure, so heaps of samples and lip balm, put it on the door, run away to the next house. And I did that for 1 or 2 campaigns, and I thought, man, I'm getting nothing back, and I'm putting a lot of money and time into this. What am I doing wrong? So I had a little talk to you, Linda, and you were talking about, you know, building relationships, and that really stuck with me, and getting over my fear of, you know, talking to people. And so I thought, no, the next campaign I'm going to do, I'm going to knock on the door, talk to people about it, and see how it goes. And it's amazing. People know Avon, you know, because I'm targeting 55 plus community here. So everybody around here has either done Avon and been representatives, and they have stories they want to share, or they have bought Avon. So it's not a new thing, and the product sells itself. So there's nothing to be afraid of. I've had maybe one person slam the door in my face, and he was a grumpy old fart, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just move on from there. Then the next thing I did was I went on eBay and I got a 1970s baseball cap. So it's a vintage baseball cap with Avon on it, and everyone seems to recognize it. So I go down the street now to Walmart wearing my Avon cap, and then I got an Avon shirt that says "This girl sells Avon," and people literally are knocking my husband down to come to me and say, "Do you sell Avon?" And I say, "Well, as a matter of fact, I've got a brochure in my bag. Would you like it?" And they're taking it from me. So I wear it, I advertise it, I talk about it, I share it, and I do it all by foot. So
There
it
you go.
works.
Yeah, I mean, with you guys' good news and the ideas that you're sharing, I mean, I think that's going to be a roll up on the team chat this month. Okay, who else has some good news? Okay, here is my good news. I am so proud of everybody. I mean, we really, I will say it until my face turns 10 shades of red, purple, blue. You know, I do feel like we have the very best team on the planet. But that being said, I know last year we were talking about if earning the concierge level, then what were we going to do? So I'm very, very excited to announce that we wanted to make sure that it recognized some of our really, truly VIPs on the team who helped us achieve that concierge the first time. But then I also want to leave a portion so that, you know, we can have people out there, you know, really with an aggressive plan. They're trying to get to Cancun. They're trying to get the sales. They're trying to get the fundraisers. They're looking at how can I get some sales, because I know several of you have reached out to me saying, I want to be on that Cancun trip. So the great news about it is that we're recognizing these individuals and them going to have an online party with those who are really kicking it this year. And whenever that leg comes out, want to get through this first phase, and then I will be sharing more. Hopefully by our next call, I will be laying out, you know, what you're working towards for that online party, if not sooner. But I did want to congratulate these individuals, and to have your name here, you either had to be a President's Club member last year or Bronze Ambassador Plus, or a combination of the two. So a big congratulations to all of you for achieving this this VIP status with Avon, and I'm hoping that we have many more going forward, because if we increase, then we'll be able to earn the concierge and be doing fun things. So these individuals received a choice of either going on a brunch cruise that also will have unlimited mimosas during the cruise, as well as coffee, tea, and other drinks. But it'll be a brunch on the Potomac River, or they could choose to have a gift mailed to their home. And so they actually had an option to choose the option that was best for them. So congratulations to all of you that are on the call. Lori is on, Mary's on, Sharon's on. Who else is on here as well? Helen, your mom is probably with you, so congratulations to her. Mary, Lori, Catherine, and I believe that is it. If I missed anybody, be sure to unmute yourself and let me know.
Gloria, and
Okay. Okay,
Gloria.
Gloria. Okay, as far as you did not reach President's Club last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that part.
Oh, okay. Nope. And that's what I said. I wish I could have extended it to everybody. And to be honest with all of you guys, and I've had a private conversation with a few of you, the first plan that I did submit to Avon, it was that I wanted it to be for everybody. And they quickly told me that was just not going to work. So congratulations to all of you. And so what are you excited about in campaign 5? What are you excited about in campaign 6? Anybody want to shout out and tell me? Campaign 5, what are you excited about?
I like that one special that's in the good buys. There's a great special on the Propel Thera hair serum, and you get the sparkling Nerali with it, and What else was it?
Yeah, those good buys have a
Oh,
lot.
and the hemp showers, the shower shake in that waterproof eye makeup remover. That was a good deal for $30.
You know, each campaign that we're on, you know, one of the things I highly recommend that you do, pull out that brochure when you're looking through, like this campaign, we have the new match products. And you'll see here this special offer that you can get this for free, these stickers, with any 2 FMG Match or Magics purchases. So that's a pretty great deal that you can share with your customers. There's also the save up to 45%, you know, that you might want to talk about, but nobody's going to have the same things each campaign. But when you look through your brochure, what is it that's got you excited? What offer are you like, oh, drop the mic? I can't believe that. I also want to make sure that you guys are pointing out to your customers these fragrance pages. And do you see where it says rub here? Like right there, well, right here. It says rub here. So your customers can rub here to experience the Layered R Rose fragrance. That's a sample right in the brochure for your customers. So make sure, and you know, that fragrance might be what you're excited about this campaign. It might be the fashion. And I've dropped a lot of my what I had marked in here in case you guys didn't see it. Carolyn was just talking about Pet Day coming up, so maybe sharing some of our pet supplies while they're in the brochure.
I have a little tip I'd like to contribute.
Sure.
On the essential oils that we have, there's like a restful or sleep one, right? And for anybody that has a CPAP machine or knows somebody that has a CPAP machine, me and Jim both do, you can take a cotton pad and cut off a tiny piece of it and put those drops on that pad and put it in by the filter itself. Don't put it on the filter, a little disposable filter, but just put it on a little cotton pad like that. And it comes in through the CPAP machine and it helps lull you right to sleep. So it's a real good selling point for those, especially if you're talking to men. There's an awful lot of men that like that. They just don't like to admit they like that.
Interesting. So you attach it to the filter, Gloria?
No, like you take a little cotton pad and cut a piece off and put the drops on it and then put it right in front of the filter. And then it comes through the CPAP system and into the mask and everything. And so you can smell it. Because you're not supposed to put it right on the mask or anything like that because of the oils. But if you do that, and likewise, you don't put it right on the filter, but you can just use a tiny little piece, put the drops on there. I even use the same piece over and over because I'm using the same drops over and over. And it smells good for a few days at minimum.
Okay.
Wow, that's great.
Right. And so depending on probably the CPAP machine, it probably would be best to check with the manufacturer if that's something that you can do with your machine. But yeah.
Any machine that has a filter, regular filter like that, you just put it in front. It doesn't get in the way of anything. I even talked to the sleep study place and the sleep specialist, and they said they sell it like that. They sell you little things to put on your filter like that, the exact same way, little tiny cotton circles with their own little blends. And so that's where I got the idea, and I just did it myself because they were charging way more for that stuff, and it was like, nope, I can do this myself. And Avon sells a great blend for it.
Wow.
That's a great idea.
Who would have thought of it? Good. Thank you for sharing, Gloria. Okay, so we have the wow deals. Are you excited about the wow deal? Then tell your customers about the wow deal. And or these shower gels. Lori was just saying that she keeps these on hand because you do have those customers that say, hey, do you have products on hand for those last minute sales? So Lori, you got sales just because you did have some of those products on hand, right?
Yes, I bought them when they were buy one, get one free. Was campaign 26 or 1 or something like that. So.
Wow. Yeah. So make sure that you look through the brochures, and I don't want, you can see I have my campaign 6 book marked as well. But, what is it that you love? What is it that you're using? I think, oh, Gloria, I think you had said, you was like, I've been ordering a lot. I mean, a lot of our products every day I'm using. I love them. I mean, I absolutely love them. So by using them, it's very easy to talk about them. I did an event yesterday or whatever, had all of my Avon makeup with me, and the girl was going to do my makeup. And I said, well, I have my makeup. Oh, yeah, bring it out. We dumped it out on the tray. But, and it was like, then she was able to actually see the makeup in action as she was applying it to me, and really fell in love with a couple of the products, especially the Love. If you guys haven't used this, I absolutely crush over on this. And then our brow pencil. That was another one that she really just thought was pretty awesome. But, what are you using? What can you talk about to your customers as well? On Avon U, they have the campaign 5, like an action planner. So they give you a lot of information right here about, even what you can say to your customers, what you can point out to your customers, what brochure gift with purchase is there, what's in the campaign 7. So reading through this, it gives you the dates of that campaign. So it's all organized. And that's what I said. Sometimes we can be very proactive if we're organized. We have things, planned ahead of time. Here, how many new customers will I acquire? Add-on products to focus on. So you really can plan out your campaign so that you're staying on target to get the sales that you need to get to the goal that you have, so that you can celebrate. And as Sharon, you mentioned that you got that thank you gift. It was like, I mean, I haven't gotten mine yet. My order's supposed to be coming any day, but I've seen what other people are getting. It was like, that's a whole lot of stuff, a lot of really great products. They were doing you place the $1,000 in 2 campaigns or $500 a campaign. They were sending out welcome gifts. Avon has been doing a lot of their giving to us as representatives, because we are, building a strong foundation with our business. So really, honestly, go for it. Let's get these sales. I did want to point out, it's like, what are you doing? Somebody have a question?
Oh, no, I just wanted to mention something.
Okay.
When you asked if anyone had good news, I knew I had some sort of good news or something to add, but I couldn't remember until you showed just your previous slide with this deals that are in campaign 5.
Yep.
I just wanted to mention, I have a customer. She orders a couple times a year. She only orders one thing, which is the moisture therapy intensive cream, that's in the jar. That costs about $5. So, and then she'll buy 8 of them at a time, and she keeps them lined up in her bathroom. And then as soon as one line is gone, she orders more so she makes sure she never runs out. So she had just ordered maybe 2 weeks ago, so I knew she wasn't ready to order again. But when I saw that they were giving away a free moisture therapy hand cream with select moisture therapy products, I reached out to her, and even though she just ordered, she's like, well, how many hand creams will I get if I order 4 jars? And I said 4 hand creams. That, I double checked, and even with 1 jar of $5 moisture therapy intensive cream, you get a hand cream. So she ordered 8 more. And she kept saying, thank you. She was so, I almost didn't reach out to her, because I'm thinking, I don't want her to think that I'm pushy, because she just ordered and I'm trying to get her to order again. But, I know how much she loves this product and how she likes to keep in stock. And she was so grateful that I reached out to her, because of that moisture therapy hand cream is also the hand cream that she loves to use. So I just wanted to mention that to keep in mind that sometimes we might think we're being pushy, but we're really not. We're really providing a good service when we reach out. Just follow your gut with that.
Building
Yeah.
relationships. You were looking out for your customer. Think of yourself. I mean, it just brings up, if somebody calls you and they say, hey, I know you love this, or I know that this is something that, and it doesn't even have to be Avon. If your girlfriend knew that you were looking up, I've had this conversation with several of you. I know, Catherine, you live in the area. All of a sudden, you'll see something on sale at a store, and you'll be, hey, Linda, do you need any bottled water? You know, it's on sale here. You're looking out for people you care about. You know, that
Yep,
just,
and that's exactly what she said. She said, thank you for looking out for me.
yep.
Yeah.
So when we're looking, it's right. What a perfect time to say it, because it's like, how are you building relationships in your business? Mary just shared. But Catherine did these sample bottles. And Catherine, who were you handing them out to?
All my customers.
Okay. And the label, how did you do the label on there?
I took it out of the book and Xeroxed it on the book and did a couple of Xerox, and then I had peel off labels. I just cut them out and put them on the labels and then peeled them on the jars.
See, and you know, you just decided to do that, right? And I know you found these bottles like at a thrift store or something, right?
Yeah, flea market I went to. The lady was selling the whole bag for $1. I said, well, I'm gonna buy them. Eventually I said, I'll figure out something to do with them. And then I thought, okay, let's just do the laundry detergent sample. And one cap fits perfectly in for the washer and one cap perfectly for the fabric softener.
And what that is letting your customers smell, they're getting to see the feel of it. They're getting to experience the product and saying, oh, wow, I really like this. As a matter of fact, and it was funny because I had bought these for our next call, and then you posted that. I thought it was so perfect. But here I went to a local Dollar Tree in my area, which I guess now is $1.25. So don't quote me on $1 because I think that they're, but here are, I think these are the exact labels that, I mean, exact jars that you have, but they're called mini glass containers. And I just checked, you know, because you're saying, well, Linda, you know, maybe my Dollar Tree doesn't have it, but I saw that on their website, they had these as well. They had 2 of them, but here were the ones that I was able to get at my, but can you see, I mean, you know, again, it's just something that you can have a label on the side of these with your contact information, what's inside, but there's just, you know, just a little tiny amount that you're able to give your customer and you know, again, make it something special for them. But a lot of times when we're trying products, aren't we more apt to buy, especially when we know it's something, you know, the person who's giving it to us loves. I mean, people will say, you know, because they know if I'm talking about something, it's something that I like. So make sure that we're, you know, sharing products that we like, right? Yes,
Linda,
you're on here as well because you were out there handing out brochures. Now, where did you take these, Yarazette?
I gave them to the receptionist at the dentist office.
And were they thankful, or they say, "Oh no, I don't want that"?
No, they were thankful. They're actually surprised. I think she thought it was like a little gift, but I mean, she was happy to take it.
And it is actually, because if you look in there, you have a sample in there, a couple of samples. So that's definitely a gift. And like I said, you know, you could even add in a peppermint, you know, if some, because I mean, everybody, speaking of that, I was going to show you guys. So I had my nails done, and the girl that does my nails, as I was getting ready to leave, you know, she hands me a pair of socks and a couple of candies. And it was like, all I kept thinking about is, wow, she just made me feel really super special. Sometimes, and I know I've said this on other calls, it's just that little extra that we're doing, right? So how can we build that relationship? How can we make our customers feel special so that they want to do business with us? Now, Mary, you did this. You left these where'd you leave yours?
At a nail salon.
Okay, okay. Fair. And so that is there, so you left it there so that people could try it right there, like at the cash register or something when they're leaving, right?
Well, right where you get where you dry your nails. So they have hand lotions there. So I added mine there too.
Okay.
And with some books, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I said, you know, a lot of these nail salons, my nail salon, she actually is a helper for me, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but you know, her customers will give her orders, and then I give her a discount on that, but she allows me to leave brochures in there, and she takes all the orders, she collects all the money, and then I just deliver the products to her. But I did want to notice, and Carolyn had talked about having a tea that she got, and I know Julie, I don't know if Julie's on the call or not, but she had someone give her a call, and she actually reached out to Avon, and they said it was okay. But I want you guys to be aware that in Avon's policy, it's saying use only Avon authorized logos from the Avon U Resource Center to create your personalized sales tools like business card, recruiting flyers, t-shirts, etc. Now, or use an Avon authorized vendor like Vistaprint. So that being said, you know, if somebody, like in Julie's case, somebody had given her something. I know, Carolyn, you had gotten yours, you said off of eBay. It was just a hat somebody was selling and you purchased it. So she had reached out because she wanted to make sure it was okay. And Avon, in Julie's case, you know, she had sent them that or whatever, and they had told her it was completely fine. But I just wanted, so if you have business cards, I don't want anybody, because somebody on here, I don't know, Mary, was it you that you had reached out to Avon because you're about your business cards, and they said use up what you have? Was it you?
I reached out, but I don't remember now what it was for. It was a while back.
Yeah, I think it was for that was like, you know, use up what you have, and then, you know, that this is in the policy. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows we have vendors with Avon, in Avon Perks. Check them out as well. Also, you know, be sure you're checking that business calendar. What's on the calendar? What are they doing? They did a live training today, or they did a training on, you know, how you can promote the live that's this week. So you get some really great information on this. You can register for them. Oftentimes, even if you can't join right then, you can watch the replay if you've registered for them. So make sure you're doing that. There's graphics in Avon U, like with our new partnership with LG. Again, that can be a reason why somebody decides to join your team, because we have that discount. Did you guys see this Charmed Life Incentive? Is anybody super excited about this?
What is it?
I never saw it.
Okay, earn our most opulent fragrance ever, our limited edition Avon Charmed. Can you believe it? Now, does everybody know how much this fragrance is?
$1,000.
Okay, so now do I have everybody's attention? So if you have a new representative with a first order in campaign 1 through 26, so your first orders was campaign 1 to 26, and their leader. So if you're bringing people into Avon, this can affect you as well. New representatives with the first order in campaign 1 through 26 and their leaders when you hit 1,000 in sales. So you have a brand new representative. They put the first order in from campaign 1 through campaign 26, and they hit $1,000 in sales. I just can't believe they're doing this. I saw this and I just was like, dropped my jaw that they're offering this. So they win, you win. It's also for qualifying destination Avon Hawaii Go Bigger achievers, and qualifying destination Avon Cancun achievers. So get busy, put your thinking cap on. Who can you bring on? Who do you want to do this business with? They can get it, you can get it, and let's everybody earn the Cancun trip and go from there as well. Here is a 30% off business cards from Vistaprint. You just go to this site right here, or you can go into Avon Perks as well and go to Vistaprint there. Use the code BC Sale at checkout. As I mentioned on the email, all of you who attended this evening will be put into a raffle. One of you will receive 100 business cards for free. So I will send out the winner tomorrow. Good luck to everybody who's feeling lucky. But if you're going to order them, make sure you do it by February 9th to get the 30% off. And new representatives, if you haven't already redeemed your free gift, look out for a unique code. Avon's doing these unique codes in your emails, so everybody be checking your emails.
Yes.
To redeem your free gift. okay? And if you've already received your code, make sure that you order because it expires at the close of campaign 7, which is March 15th, 2022. There's also, for anybody who's a new representative, how to get started. There'll be a live stream from 7 to 7:30. So make sure it's on the business calendar that you register for that as well. What are some ways to increase sales, build community? I know it's getting late, so I'm going to go really, really quick. Live shopping. I'll be sending out this replay tomorrow, guys. I know that we've already gone over. Be sure that you're sharing this. Look at this offer. Okay, now I don't really recommend that, just let them know, hey, I've seen the offer. It's going to be really, really great. Get on the live. They're giving away customer giveaways, like $500 worth of customer giveaways. So your customers can come on there. They're going to learn great information, and they're going to be able to get into those drawings. But then also, when they shop with you, they can take advantage of these. I mean, it just really does blow me away that they can spend $60 and they can get this right here. It's a $77 value. It's a 3-piece set. Or they spend wait a minute, you spend $100 plus and you're going to get $127 in products for free. Think about it. Get your customers there. They know they're going to market to them, and Ginger will be doing this one. If you hear her talk about the ingredients in the products, why they're good. People these days, they want to know more about, why is this product, what's so good about this product versus other products out there. A lot of times it's going to come down to the ingredients, and the ingredients that we're using in our Avon products are really amazing and what they do for the skin. So they're going to walk away with a lot of value with the information of why they're wanting the products that they're talking about. And on top of that, you're not having to do anything. You just invite them here. They come there, they get all this information, they get these special offers. So make sure that you are letting everybody know and inviting every single person you can think of to this live shopping event so they can take advantage of this. If you've smelled any of these layered fragrances, candles, anybody on here have any of them? They smell just, I mean, that alone, they could have just given the candle alone, but the lip that they're getting there is the first bio retinol lip cream. So, I mean, again, they're getting really fantastic products. Have helpers. We already talked about, in a nail salon, maybe, they're taking orders for you. Your Avon helper can host a party online. They can do it in their home. They can, you can have a special little message that you attach to the brochures. Are you ready to check out Avon? And not yet ready to say yes to being a representative. Become an Avon helper. And then you can give them a try it kit. Back in the day, we would do try it kits. What is that? View brochures. You can give them I didn't put an order receipt that they're on the documents and resources, that Avon invoice receipt, so they can keep track of the orders that they get. And then they can so you can tell them, you can be an Avon helper in 2 easy steps. Show the brochure, get orders, and then call me with your orders and payments. Bam, done. You can only reach so many people. With helpers, you can reach a lot more people, right? And then when they have the orders and the payment, they can call you, and then you can help them decide whether being a helper or going ahead and getting started and being a representative, since they can join for free right now, is a better option for them. What can be a deciding factor when they find out, the benefits of being an Avon representative? Do you, wonder what those benefits are? Go to become, bring a friend on avon.com, and you'll see all the benefits that you can share with people about being a representative. You can put a note on that brochure, be my helper and earn free Avon, or get a discount on your own Avon. We will customize a helper program just right for you. You're going to have a label that you put on your brochures, right on the front of the brochure. Call, text, or email me today. No obligations. Warm regards, and then your information on there. Maybe have a little graphic that goes along with it. Wow, 44 million Avon products have sold this year. That means 2.2 Avon products are sold every second. Wow, a lot of people are buying Avon. And you know, sometimes when people, if they know other people are being a part of something, they want to be a part of it as well, right?
And there's a lot of new commercials. I don't know if anybody else has seen them. I've seen them for the FMG makeup, for the LX New. I just saw a new commercial for Avon Live, the live shopping. There's a lot of commercials they're
Wow.
playing.
So, Avon's investing. If you haven't done your video, get your video up on your Avon site so people can learn about you. And then if they're looking for a representative, they might be looking for a representative in your area. They might be looking for a representative that they connect with. I have a new representative and she connected with me and felt an instant bond. And, you know, and I'm thrilled that she's on my team, you know. This was part of the Try It kit that I was mentioning earlier. I don't know how it got put there, but there you go. Partnering with the community. We've already talked about that. Bundle selling. We have Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings. If that's your thing, you know, you can make significant money doing that. You can advertise. That's still open through March 15th that we can actually advertise nationally. You can look at the proviso on Avon U. Also under, I think, managed business, it's listed there under the documents as well. But that, if that's what you're wanting to do, you can do that as well. Cancun. Who on this call is going to Cancun? I want to hear it. Who's going?
Me.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
I want
Okay.
to go.
Okay. So Rita said, I'm going. Okay. Rita's going. Lori's going. Who else?
I'll go.
Okay. Mary's going. Who else?
My husband with me.
Oh, there you go. So you're running it for two then, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Carolyn, I know you're going, right?
I definitely am going.
Okay. Yep, there you go. Draw that line in the sand. We're going to go. Know what it is that you need to do. Get there. Think big. Then think bigger. Then think bigger. Think about what makes you want to shop with somebody. What makes you want to buy something? What can you offer, you know, others in order to really explode your business. And then if you're wanting one-on-one time with me, just reach out, give me a couple of days, give me a couple of times that work for you, get on my calendar. We'll get you on my calendar and we'll chat about you and your business. So I'm just wanting the best for everybody. Our date for our next team chat is March 7th. A big congratulations again to all of you for being on the call, but also the VIPs for for earning part of the concierge and for leading the path on what we need to do to earn it again this year. We need more President's Club members. Anybody have any questions before we end the call?
Yeah, I put one in the chat. When you were talking about the live shopping, I remember seeing that being advertised, and it talks about at the bottom of that advert, the make sure to have your live event link. Now, is that your online shopping store or is that something else?
No, that's the link that you're wanting to share. So you can find that a couple of places. Carolyn, that was you who asked that question, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Avon sends us emails, and then that email will be like, hey, the live shopping event, and it's telling us in the email that they're sending to us what they're giving away, and also you can click to get to your link. The other way that you can get to it, let's see if I can get on, but you can go to, let's see here, featured on avon.com. Yeah, I don't think I'm signed in. Let's see here. But you can go to featured. Oh, it's good. It's gonna make me sign in. So I don't know if I can, maybe I can do it. But you'll go to the featured, hit live shopping, and you'll see your link there that you can share with your customers. And then they go there, they register, and they can get put into a drawing. We as representatives, I just love that Avon now that we can go and we can watch the live shopping as well, because then again, if we're watching, we're learning about the products that we might not know. We may have customers that are on it. So then the next day, you can call your customers. What did you think about the live shopping? Did you get excited about this? Because that code's only good for like 24 hours. But we learn about, but then we can take advantage of those promotions as well, which again, I think is just, Avon,
Yeah.
keep giving me products. I mean, to tell you, I feel like one spoiled individual with all the pampering that they have been doing for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great question.
With the
Thank
last live shopping, I noticed I tried the collagen that you use because I got that free in the kit,
Yes.
and I love it. I put it in my coffee every morning. I absolutely love it.
Well, yeah, and that's just it. And you know, anybody like who's on Instagram, Frances is our wellness ambassador. She's also in the What's New. They have some write up about there. But you know, she loves our collagen. But on that live, and you can go back and watch that live as well. But what collagen is, it's like what holds us together. So why it's great, how you can use it. And again, you learn from these lives, and then you can share that with your customers. Just like this hydration. I'm telling you what, I meant to do it early, but I was so involved in what Jake was saying. I love to keep these in my purse. And even though, like if you're out and about, if you had a clear container, would probably be great. You can see mine is not clear, so you're not going to see how pretty pink it is. But I have water in here, and all I have to do, that's it. And now I am getting this hydration. Supercharge your water for optimal hydration, more energy, and to boost skin health. Each packet contains the ideal balance of electrolytes, minerals, B vitamins, and antioxidants. So, you know, you get tired of water, you're walking around with this beautiful, beautiful pink drink. People may ask you, well, what's your pink drink or whatever, but it tastes fantastic. And like I said, it's just, you know, a lot of times like I was doing like gulping down the caffeine to, you know, kind of perk me up. But when I get hydrated, it also perks me up, perks up my skin as well. Great question though. So I'm glad that, see, so Sharon, that's just it. Sometimes when we have that information and then we try something, then we get hooked. And it's the same with our customers. Then, you know, we're not selling, we're not being all, you know, oh, buy from me, buy from me. You know, they're wanting the products that we have because they really are, you know, fantastic products that can help us look and feel our very best.
That's right.
And
Mhm.
see, if you're feeling all dry, you can just sit here, you know, and you can just kind of fresh your skin, you know, to go along with
I
it.
love that stuff. I love that.
Right beforehand. That
Sprayed
just,
all over myself.
so any other questions?
Hey, Linda, I got something to say.
Okay.
I don't own this. I got this off another group, but I'll post it in Mount Avon how to do the washer sheets, the ones that come in the box.
Yep.
I've gave out those samples too,
Wow. Okay, good.
and I've had customers order those.
Oh, that's great.
So I'll post the thing in Mount Avon.
Detergent.
I
Those
love
detergent
those.
sheets
Like,
work really
when
well.
we have like the RV and we're, you know, like going to be somewhere for a while and I'm going to have to do laundry while we're wherever we are. I love because they don't take up a lot of room. They're flat,
Yeah.
you know.
I love them. I use them all the time also.
And that's just it, guys. Just what is it that you love, ladies and gentlemen, people, you?
Yeah.
What is it that you're loving? So being our own, that's why I said I love the Avon fashion. I have the blue top coming in my order. I can't wait to get it. But you know, we have to wear clothes. So you know, wearing clothes that make you feel good, and we have some really great items in our clothing line, our makeup, our the jewelry. So there's so many different categories, and some people love jewelry, other people don't. Some people love skincare. I love skincare because if we take care of our skin, you know, whatever makeup we put on is going to make us look better. But any other questions? I can ramble all night. I love you guys, and has tonight been helpful to everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, if you need any additional help, you know, after tonight, just reach out. I'll help you any which way I possibly can. Thank you guys so much for coming out, spending your time with me, and I hope you all have a great remainder of what we have tonight. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
night.
Linda.
Right.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Have a great selling week, everybody.